And there was something like that stuck out to me in specifically what you brought up about going elsewhere. Well, both of y'all brought up really about going elsewhere, right? And it's that kind of like shifts like I guess dollars to like other communities, right? And doesn't bring them into your own, which is kind of pretty tragic in some ways, right? You can't even like participate in your local economy. Like how are y'all gonna get jobs where you live, right? That's I don't know. I find that pretty concerning. And then there's also the point about safety was made, just that you don't feel safe in your own neighborhoods, right? What kind of factors like what is it that you think about? I guess when you feel that way. I don't know if maybe that's how y'all feel. Like if you feel safe being around
Oh
out where
yeah,
you are.
yeah. I was shocked to hear that. Like, for me, it's normal to walk around my neighborhood at night or walk around after sunset and feel a sense of security and safety coming from my neighborhood and where I'm at. And I've definitely been in neighborhoods where I do feel unsafe walking around and unsafe. And yeah, I think it's really concerning that people don't want to be in their area, and they feel the need to travel elsewhere and have that burden of like, hey, I want to be with my friends, but I don't want to be, in my part of town. I need to go to the Pike. I need to go to Shoreline Village. I need to go somewhere else. And it's like, yeah, it's a very something very alarming.
Yeah. What about since you brought it up? I'd like to ask like, I guess what goes through your head? Like, what are the things that maybe might make you feel not so safe besides like the air quality? Is there something else to it, or is it just that?
For me, it's kind of like when I'm walking in the street, or I guess I'm walking in my neighborhood, I generally I have to assume what's the safest direction to like my destination. I know like my parents or even like just generally like my friends or classmates, when they talk about like, yeah, don't walk here at night, it might not be the safest bet. I know one of my friends would always mention how in his part there would be like maybe a there might be a gunshot every now and then, like just nonchalant, just mentioning it. Oh yeah, like I live in my apartment. Sometimes I'll hear like a gun fire off, like maybe once or two in a week. And for me, in my area, while I don't hear that, right, it's around my neighborhood. In like I live on like the central west side, and let's just say that's happening on the southern west side, right? While that might not be happening where I am kind of at, it is happening perpetually like around me. And so the fact that it is somewhere circling around my general vicinity is something to worry about. And while a lot of the west side generally is safe, there is some caution about like not going to specific side streets or specific parts of the neighborhood because there might be, some problems that could, arise. But generally speaking, I think it's just kind of like, despite there being police, they don't really seem to be doing the job properly, which is kind of weird how my area, which is very heavily policed, like cop cars coming in around town, still doesn't feel safe. It doesn't seem like they're attacking or at least policing like the correct things. And it just turns to a culture where like even the people around that community generally just don't trust the police, or when they do, they just kind of keep their back and keep their I guess keep their mouth shut because they don't want to feel like they're gonna get attacked by them. So I know that's how my family sees it, like that for sure.
Right. What about you, Brianna? Is that like have you had like a
Yeah,
similar feeling?
pretty much the same. Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, like police. I've never felt safe in the presence of like the police, and a lot of like my friends and people, like just people I know like from school and stuff. It's like you should go the other way because you never know and stuff like that. And
Right.
I mean, I think you can also add to that just like being a woman and like being out there in my neighborhood. It's just like the intersectionality of it, I guess, just really affects.
Yeah.